All right, class, we're going to get started in homework number 4. And just in case we're trying to find this in PolyLearn, I am right under schedule number 4, bar chart continuous, and just click, we're going to start directly in our homework. So really this is everything you need for the first part, and then you're just going to fill out your answers on the second answer sheet right here. But I'm going to start with the very bottom, schedule number 4 worksheet. And I'm going to open this up in Bluebeam, but whatever you're opening it in, either use Bluebeam or go ahead and just print this as a 11 by 17. And really all you're going to be doing is coloring in these bar charts. We're still working on our bar scheduling. So either you can use a pencil and fill these in manually, or you can use Bluebeam, which I'm going to be doing right now. So let's just go ahead and zoom in. So I put a few different holidays in here just for your reference so you can see them. The first step really that I would do is kind of fill in these first Mondays. So right here you can see, write down the date of each Monday above each week. So I'm just going to create my text boxes right here. Whoops. I'm just going to continue that. So 10 I gave you, and really I'm just starting from week 11. So just adding 7 days, really from 1/9/17. So anyways, once you make one of these, I'm just going to format this thing a little bit so it fits. A little smaller. Okay, and so this is really the first step that I would just kind of put in all these dates here. As you can see, we're going here and just keep going. So 23, go to 30. You will need to look at your iPhone or your calendar on your computer just to see where pretty much we go from here. I'm going to guess. I actually have a calendar in front of me. So let's see, after the 30th, a week later, we're going to February 6th. Okay, and just continue this all the way through. Kind of first step, we're just laying out our overall columns and our weeks. So let's look at what we've got here. Again, I'm just giving you all the information you need to fill out the schedule. And as you can see, this is for pretty much a single family house. This is actually a project that Paul worked on. And he was the designer, the builder, and the owner for the whole lot. So you can just see we have up here pre-construction. So all the tasks that need to get done before we sign the contract right here. And after pre-construction's done, this just really kicks off our full construction dates. So just kind of look in. Really, I'm not going to go into too much detail here because this homework or this task is really just to kind of start understanding the overall flow of a construction job. So just looking at them, I give you all the activities or all the details right here. And then in the far left column, I also give you the overall days or the overall durations for how long each thing will take. And again, I laid out pre-construction, so just kind of looking at this, I guess it's each row is 1 week, so 1 week equals 5 days. So as I can see right here, my design, the home, is taken roughly 20 days, so again 20 divided by 5 working days per week gives me a total of 4 weeks right here. As you can see, then the construction documents, and now I'm just looking at it so I know that 20 is about a month. So 40 days right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, and I keep going here. And I give you this also right here. Yeah, so constraints, I just say assume each task follows the preceding, which is the activity right above it, unless noted otherwise. So let's just go ahead and start making this thing. So I'm going to use, let's just say for construction, I'm going to use a green bar. Should have formatted this before I started this video, but that's okay. So I'm going to use a green bar right here for all my construction days. And sorry, this is my graveyard over here that I'm just going to be copying from. Or here, I'll put it up here just so it's out of the way. So really what I would do if I were you guys, if you print this thing out, you could fold the bottom piece of the paper up just to kind of give you a straight edge, or use a ruler or another sheet of 11 by 17 just to help you guys kind of visualize each row at a time. And see, here's my ruler, or here's when I'm folding up my piece of paper right here, just to kind of highlight which row I'm at right here to help me kind of organize my overall flow. So really, I'm giving you guys everything up until this tractor work. So tractor work, dig footings, I look over to the left, and this takes 2 days. And again, we are assuming that everything is tied to each other. And this is just a quick check, so it looks like I've got 1 day for rough grade, 2 days for layout building, 2 days for tractor work. So again, 1 plus 2 plus 2 equals 5, so that's a full week. So perfect, we're right in this week right here. Right after I get done, we've got our weekend, which is this line. And then I go into set forms, place rebar, electrical conduit for the building. And again, once you kind of lay these out, just kind of be thinking about how we built this in our Revit model as well. So I'm going to be kind of going over the first few with just layout, and then I'm going to just talk about the overall schedule. Okay, so here we go. So set forms, and I'm copying these, but again, this is why I would draw this or use this as pencil, and you can kind of just be shading in each row as you go. And again, just kind of using this line as my ruler or as my folded page. Now I'm over here to inspection. So inspection's happening after, or pretty much right before we pour. So the inspector's coming out, checking our formwork, our rebar, our conduits, just to make sure everything's in the right spot. This is pretty generous, but usually it's about a day, or sometimes it's tied together. So let's just go ahead and put a day in here, which is pretty darn small. But right now I'm at the Thursday of the week. I still have 1 more day. Okay, and then again, moving my ruler down here, I'm going to end up pouring this guy. And the pour is going to take me to the end of week 2 in my construction. Okay, and again, if I, let's look at this real quick. If I just kind of open up my answer sheet right here, some of these durations, once we get to it, it's not for a while, is going to get tied into pretty much just the questions that I'm asking on this sheet. So when can the drywall hanging begin? So you're going to list what date it is, and then as well as the day of the week. When can the owners move in? Yada, yada, yada. So pretty much all these questions on your answer key are just the very last activity. So we just got to keep going and build this full schedule first. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving down here. So now we got strip foundation, formwork, / form flat work. So flat work is really just your, think about it as sidewalks leading up to the building. It's all your non-structural concrete. That's kind of what your flat work is. So you want to get that done a lot of times just so the guys building it can get into the house. Sorry, move that. This is 1 day, a little smaller. Okay, and don't worry about relationship lines. I'm able to see kind of the overall flow with just using this bar chart. So now I'm going to be doing strip form work for 2 days. Alright, and it's looking like I'm running into Thanksgiving right here, so that's a Thursday, Friday, and this is how you can see I just go ahead and highlight this, or maybe once you get over to this Christmas, New Year's, and this is just showing you for 4th of July. Just do the same thing that I did for Turkey Day right here, Thanksgiving. Just fill it in with a highlighter just to make sure that our work doesn't overlap on these dates. So right here that I'm getting to it, so strip form work, and now I'm going to pour flat work, garage, patio, right here. So this, you can see my 2 days overlaps with my Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to have 1 day here, and then my second day will have to conclude after Thanksgiving. So that's how we're just going to deal with our holidays here. Alright, and really this is the last one I'm going to get to, so this is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to be doing this rough framing first floor 3 days. So now I'm down here to my rough plumbing, sewer, water, gas lines, and trench public utilities. So this is going to take me again, I look over here to the far left, 2 days, and again we're just basing it on the activity right above it. So this thing is just 2 days, so a little less. So now you can see how I'm overlapping the weeks too. So this is starting in week 4 on a Friday and concluding or ending week 5 on a Monday. So you can see we're just kind of overlapping this line. Okay, so I'm going to jump down to where it gets a little tricky. All of this info right here is kind of given to you, as you can see in parentheses, just to kind of help you guys understand where I want this activity to start. So if we look at rough framing right here, this is a huge activity. So this thing takes 25 days, and the inspection is going to occur on the 23rd day of this framing. So it's a little bit of an overlap, but again, it's not linked to when this thing finishes. So I'm going to link it to just 2 days before it finishes on day 23 of 25. And then if we keep going right here, so roofing, start the day after sheathing inspection. I don't know why I put that one in, but that's okay. So this is directly linked to this one. And then gutters, moving my hand over here. So you're going to start the day after roofing is finished. So just start looking at some of the logic on these parentheses is where we just kind of get into some more details. But again, just build it, go down row by row. And again, I'm just reading the activity and then looking at the overall durations right here. So again, give this a go. I apologize again, I'm not there, but this will be good for us all, for you guys to kind of struggle through this. But shoot me any text messages, take a picture of it, email me, whatever you guys want. But yeah, this is pretty mellow, I think. So, but again, if there's any questions, just reach out. John's also going to be stopping by soon. I'm going to post this video as well as the next activity, but again, this is just a bar graph for our overall flow of construction. So as a reminder, print this out as 11 by 17 just so it's nice and big, so you can actually see it, or just do this on Bluebeam just like I'm doing right here.